Go Ellsworth, brought to you by these proud community sponsors. Anita Hoffines, Dr. Mark Herzog,
Welcome to the Ellsworth Did You Know segment. This is Carol Kratzer with the Ellsworth-Kanopolis Area Chamber of Commerce. And today we're here with Dave Cox at Maico in Ellsworth. Thanks for being here, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I really enjoyed this. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the history of Maico and how it came to be in Ellsworth?
Absolutely. Paul May, the founder, owner of Maico Industries, back in '95, he decided that he wanted to build another fabrication shop that would rival his company, PKM Steel in Salina, and kind of take advantage of a different labor pool in a different area. So he visited with the folks here in Ellsworth, and the city made it really attractive for him to put a business here. So back in '95, we started building, and actually before the building was up, we were already fabricating structural steel for other projects.
Wonderful. We're really glad you're here. What exactly does Maico make?
We fabricate structural steel, both for buildings such as sports complexes, hospitals, distribution warehouses for a lot of Walmarts. We've done quite a few of them over the years, and then we also build tubular poles, multi-sided tubular poles. Lots of these poles are used in the industries as utility, electrical, wind power, signal poles, high-mast lighting poles that you see down the interstates. So cellular poles, we do an awful lot of cellular poles as well. So just a variety of poles. And one of the unique things that we have in our shop is a 60-foot press brake. It's a 2,000-ton press brake. It's one of the largest press brakes in the United States. So it's right here in Ellsworth, Kansas, that enables us to produce these large tubular poles.
And that was quite spectacular at the luncheon when we got to watch them actually use that device, because it's pretty special. What is one of the biggest jobs Maico has done?
Probably one of the biggest ones and highest profile jobs has been the New York Giants, the indoor training facility for the New York Giants up in the Meadowlands in East Rutherford. We built that about 7 or 8 years ago now. It's right after they won the Super Bowl. We were contracted by Butler Buildings to build the frames for their indoor training facility. So I got the opportunity to go up there a couple times and witness the installation of our frames, and so that's been kind of one of our highlights of projects that we've done over the years that we're really proud of. Some other large projects, in fact we're doing one today, is a Tenaris project. It's a seamless pipe mill that's being built in Bay City, Texas. The girders that we're building, which is a man-made beam, these things are about 7 feet 4 inches in depth and about 70 to 80 feet long, depending on which beam that you're looking at. And these particular pieces will go to a building that will be about 42 acres under roof. So it's an extremely large facility, and the beams themselves will carry about a 200-ton overhead crane. So I think hopefully later on today in the filming we'll get a chance to at least look at a couple of those beams, but they're really impressive, and they're kind of impressive to see how they get transported down to Texas as well.
Yeah. What's one of the furthest away, or maybe a country that people don't know that you actually have worked for?
We've done a variety of projects that have went overseas. I think the most recent one, we built some natural gas engine-driven chassis, basically steel skids for China. We sent a couple of these to China. We've done some poles that were used for ammunition sites in Iraq, basically static mast lightning poles is what they are, basically to absorb any electrical energy rather than the ammunition be discharged. So we've done a number of them over the years, and we've also sent some steel building frames to China for an automotive plant before. We've sent some stuff to Egypt. So and even some skids that we sent to Pakistan here just about a year ago or so.
So from Ellsworth to the world.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. You have also done some wonderful jobs right here in Ellsworth County. You want to tell us about some of those?
Yeah, some of the local stuff we've done is we did the structural steel for the Ellsworth Hospital years ago, and we did the new Ellsworth Fire Department building. We did that years ago as well, and then we did the city maintenance building. We did the 4-H building, and we did the footbridge down at Kratzer Park. I'm actually an avid disc golf player, and I kind of complained to the city one time that I didn't like walking up those steep hills at a certain hole, so they suggested that we design a bridge and build it, and they'd install it, so we did. And then we've done some various projects for some of the schools like Ellsworth and Wilson High School, the sports lighting poles at those tracks, and also the Wilson softball, baseball diamond. We've done those as well.
That's great.
We also did the Ellsworth Cemetery sign, as a matter of fact, and the Canaveral Cemetery sign, the sign at the grocery store coming off the highway, "Welcome to Ellsworth." The silhouette of a cowboy, and so we've done that years ago.
So not just girders, all kinds of things.
Right. We do a lot of small custom projects as well. So
you and Maico do a lot of community service in the Ellsworth area. Would you tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you worked on for the community service type things?
Yeah, a few of them would be like the cancer walk here in Ellsworth County. We've been a major sponsor for that for years and years, and we enjoy participating in that, and would certainly encourage other businesses to get on board with doing the right thing for the county. And then we've done a lot of donations to the fire department over the years, with both structural steel for the buildings and also with various steel products they need for their truck, for their services, and so we gladly donate to that with Bob Kepke. He's kind of a regular around here. You'd almost think he's an employee. He's here so much to ask for something or another, but we do that. It's the right thing to do. And then we've done some stuff with Mosaic over the years, and we do an awful lot with the Ellsworth Correctional Facility, the Spiritual Life Center. We do a number of fundraisers throughout the year to kind of benefit the local community and the Spiritual Life Center as well.
Yeah, I love the swing that you did for the run this year.
Yeah, we've donated a swing and a couple benches over the years and some fire pits, and that goes over really well.
Something that the people might know about is that you have some of your products at Kansas Originals. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've had requests over the years to build little small custom items such as fire pits or benches and some yard art stuff. So we decided to finally start to market those products, and Kansas Originals. If you've never been there, it's really a very unique place to visit. It promotes Kansas artists with Kansas materials, Kansas products. So it's a great service. It's a great store to visit, and we felt, well, why don't we just go ahead and make some products here and sell out there and market that way. So if you're ever in the need of a custom fire pit or custom mailbox or something like that, we would encourage you to visit Kansas Originals up at the Wilson exit, or get online, and they've got quite a variety of products to choose from there.
And one of the things we were discussing before this was that not only are they Kansas made, but everything that you use is made in the USA.
Yes, that's right, Carol. So that's a great item to bring up. We do an awful lot of Department of Transportation work here, which encompasses a lot of stringent details. And one of the requirements is the materials that we use for the jobs that we produce has to be domestic material. And we can't just say that it is, we have to prove that it is. We have to provide material test reports, which basically means that the material is melted and manufactured in the USA. So that's something that we like to promote with all of our products, that we're not going out and finding the cheapest material, the most readily available material, which normally is something that you'd get some foreign material to do. We go out and aggressively seek American-made materials. All the coils and flat sheets that we have all come from vendors right here in the U.S.
That's wonderful, because that creates jobs nationwide that
Absolutely.
Everybody needs. What else would you like Ellsworth to know about Maico?
Well, I would say a couple of the little known facts are, our big sign out front. A lot of people stop in, and believe it or not, they'll get out of their car and they'll walk over the sign and kind of knock on it, and it's a pretty impressive sign, but it is just a hollow sign. Within our first 6 months of operating here at this facility, we didn't have an established clientele base yet, so we had to kind of get innovative and imaginative about keeping our people busy, and we thought, what better way than to build a sign that would kind of emulate what we do here. So we put a 6-inch channel frame together and some thin gauge material on both sides of it, and we made it look like a structural steel beam, a rather large one, but it's not a solid beam. So that's one of the unique things about our business here. And then also we're going to be expanding to the south. We've already got footings in. We're going to be expanding our pole division building 150 feet to the south. So we're going to be adding a few more jobs. We're going to be bringing in some more equipment and expanding our entire operation by doing that. The frames are built. It's just a matter of finding the time now. We're so busy, it's hard for us to fabricate for other customers and to fabricate for ourselves and install this. So we're working, that's a work in progress. But another little known fact is we're going to be expanding to the north. We bought some land from Mr. Homolka and to the north, and still farms it currently, but we're going to be putting in a paint facility down the road to where currently we're outsourcing a lot of the paint, such as our poles, to other vendors around Kansas, Colorado, Oklahoma. So we thought, well, why not, keep that right here in Ellsworth County and put our own paint facility in and do that in-house. So that's a work in progress, still a few years down the road, but that's something that we're looking forward to doing in the future. We also have employee appreciation luncheons. We're pretty proud of that. Once a month we'll get the barbecue grill out. We got this custom-made gazebo out front that we made.
Which is gorgeous.
Yeah, we made that entirely from scrap steel. And took a couple years to build it because we only built it in our slow time, and we only built it out of scrap steel, but we wanted to showcase, some of the fabricated products that we can do, the complex fabrication. And people ask me, well, when are you going to put a roof on it? Well, it was never designed to have a roof on it. It was designed to be architecturally, aesthetically pleasing structure. So we wanted to showcase the compound bends in it and angles, and so we don't want to hide that. We don't, we want people to get out and when they drive by to see this and appreciate some of the steel fabrication we can do here. And our employees can use this thing on their breaks and lunches. But we have employee appreciation luncheons every month. We also have an annual tug-of-war, and that's a lot of fun. It creates some camaraderie here amongst all the employees. Essentially we have a draft once a year. We have an employee list, and we have 4 team captains, and they draft the employees for their tug-of-war team. And the winners of the tug-of-war team get their picture put on our wall in the entryway, and they also get first dibs at luncheons and certain lunches where they can go first in line. They get t-shirts, so they basically get bragging rights more than anything. So it's a lot of fun, something to kind of stimulate camaraderie with the employees. The best part about it is about the week before the tug-of-war, because by then the teams have been drafted. The employees are trash talking like you wouldn't believe. So it's just an awful lot of fun. So we've done that a number of years and look forward to doing it here in another couple months.
And you've also done a luncheon for the last few years for the chamber.
Yep.
So that people can actually come to the chamber lunch. You provide the food and allow us to see all the wonderful stuff you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were ecstatic when the chamber asked if we could do that here, and we love to showcase what we do. I mean, we've got a whole wall full of things, and the guys in the shop, they go way out of their way to clean up and organize, and we want to showcase what we build here. So much of the time people drive by and they really don't see the details of what comes out of Ellsworth, Kansas. So So it's been a great opportunity for us to kind of showcase what we do to the general public.
And one of the things we were discussing earlier, with your employment, you also help some of the inmates with the correctional facility. You employ and train them so that they have a job skill on the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do have a private industry contract with the Department of Kansas, or Corrections here in Kansas. We employ a number of inmates from the ECF East Unit, and we've been doing this for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now at least, and it's been a great asset to our company. It helps draw from another labor pool from a small rural farming community, so that's been advantageous for us to be able to utilize that service. And I know the recidivism of these inmates is minimized as a result of them being allowed to get out in the workplace and learn a skill. And a lot of these guys stay on a workforce once they get out, because a lot of them are guilty by association in some cases, and who they hang out with, where they came from. And they don't want any part of that when they get out. They want to get a fresh start. They've already got a good job here. They've got something good going for them, so we help them with housing. They stay on a workforce, bring their families here, and help grow the community, and are really, it's been a great program for us.
And we really appreciate it. Well, thank you, Dave, for being here with us today. I've learned a lot about Maico. Now we have Ellsworth Update, the Did You Know with Maico and Dave Cox today. If you have any questions, you can always go to goellsworth.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Carol Kratzer with the Ellsworth Chamber of Commerce with the August calendar of events. August is always a big month in Ellsworth, and we have the Rodeo August 15th and 16th. That's always a fun time. We also have Cowtown Days, which is August 16th. And the parade this year, the theme is strong, and we are honoring all our U.S. veterans. So if you're a U.S. veteran, come on down on the Saturday 16th, and you can be the masters of ceremony for the parade. And then, of course, we have an institution in Ellsworth, August 30th, St. Ignatius Fiesta in Kanopolis. Come on down and visit us in August.
Go Ellsworth, brought to you by these proud community sponsors. Anita Hoffines, Dr. Mark Herzog,